There we go. Right here. Bijan. Bijan.
What are your thoughts being one of the veterans now,
Mustard.
showing up for volunteers, and what do you think that means for setting the tone?
Yeah, I mean, it goes by fast, obviously, and we were just talking about it with my Coach Petrie. He was like, bro, like this is year 4, and it's cool because we've been together the whole time I've been here.
Which I'm glad they kept him.
We've been in the room
For
so,
real.
Just us obviously knowing a lot.
I
Here,
wonder if they're gonna ask him a
being here
question about Tyler
my
too.
4th year, and me now wanting to be a better of a leader to these guys. Like it's pretty cool, but I'm pretty excited, man. Like even just how I feel. They always say like your prime years, but I really feel like this is the best I felt my whole time being here.
Just to elaborate a little bit on that, I think we ask you every single year what your thought process is heading into the year, goals, etc. Where are you at? What is your thought process right now?
I mean, like I say every year, I'm just trying to be better than the last year, in all aspects of my game, my leadership, my faith, everything. Like just who I am as a person. Like I'm just trying to be a lot better than I was the year before, even when it comes to my goals on the field, off the field. Like last year was cool, a cool year, but I think this year, like I want to be even better.
Yeah, all them years has been cool years because we ain't got a chance to make the playoffs. You ain't really got a chance to be on the big stage and do your thing on the big stage.
If I just stick to the goal that I have, every one day at a time, then everything else will pan out.
Yes, sir.
Stefanski, how excited are you, like, from what you know about him in the past and what he does offensively, just being able to talk to him and everything, like, how excited are you to work with him?
Yeah.
What do you know about him?
Yeah, I mean, I'm super excited, man. Like, we've been talking, obviously, since he's been here, and just trying to, like, go about the plan and what to expect. And, I'm super pumped to get out there. Obviously, we have to go through these phases, but just even looking at the playbook now and looking at some of the plays and starting to study a little bit, like it's going to be pretty explosive. So, I'm trying to get to know all the coaches still, and they're still trying to get to know me. But at least we have a base foundation of like what we're trying to do. And obviously, Coach Stefanski's been around a lot of great players. He's been, I think Delvin Cook has been one of his most elite players. And then obviously just all the things that he's done.
Oh yeah, he did. I mean, Stefanski was at the Vikings for a minute. So if you confused on what he meant by David Cook.
You recovered correctly to handle something again.
Yeah, man. I was obviously working back in California with McCaffrey. That's a cool deal, man. And we put in work, but we actually do take care of our bodies. And his regiment is been really really good for me, especially last year and what I did like throughout the season. And it was a blessing that I stayed healthy throughout the whole season. And even when the season was over, like I felt great to even play even more. So
That's good.
Do the same thing this year.
I mean, McCaffrey figured out how to not be injured, but all those years in
training staff and
all those years in with the Panthers, I think
since I've been here. So just sticking with it, maybe tweak some things. But
I forgot how long he was there with the Panthers. At least 6 before he got traded. I mean, they basically ran him into the ground.
I feel like I've learned a lot of different personalities. I've seen a lot of different things in this building, and I think all of them have been great people. Great coaches. I have relationships with previous coaches, some coaches that might not be here again right now. And like I said earlier, like I've had a different coaching staff, but I've had the same coach the whole time. So Coach Petrie's been the guy, and I've obviously tell everybody like he's the best running back coach in the league. If any playmaker, anybody wants to learn from him when it comes to receiving, running back, blocking, like he's the guy that is the do-it-all coach. And just the relationship that we built, that I have with him, has been nothing but a blessing. So I know there's been a lot of different people to come through this building. Hopefully this last time, but yeah, just me and Coach Petrie's been the guys for the whole time I've been here.
Obviously, you're very early in this process, but does anything from a football standpoint feel different about this group? Do you feel like offensively, just from where you stand?
I mean, just being here for the past 2 days, like there's a different energy. a lot of guys are motivated. You could tell, like you could feel it. Even the first day of the day, like out there in the field, we were out there like having fun, but we were putting in work. We were blasting the music, and just Griff, he set a plan for us, understanding like this is what we have to do to become who we want to become. And even in the team meetings, the same thing. But I think a lot of the guys here know that we have to have a certain sense of urgency this season and a certain level of detail in order to become a great team. But I feel like it's important right now to become a team and then let everything else take care of itself.
Like that. I don't like how they tried to slick throw that
not,
question in.
I'm definitely praying for my brother, and I'll probably just leave it at that.
Yep, and that's all I got like that.
I know it's not up to him necessarily, but would you like to see him stay with us?
I mean, yeah, man. I mean, he's my teammate. I know everybody. They have a plan. The coaches have a plan and everything. But I know if he does come back or if he's here in this building, I'm gonna make sure that he's all the way focused, all the way ready to go. Make sure his mind is in the right place, so he can be at his best on and off the field.
Last year, you talked about how your goal was to finish
That's a leader.
runs, which you did that. So, do you have anything that you're focusing on this year coming into the season?
I mean, right now, just getting the playbook, all the way down, making sure that I know everything from the pass game to the run game to pass protection. Make sure I know the whole offense, and then I'm gonna do that right now. And then obviously, I'm trying to better myself in all aspects of how I am with my attention to detail. When it comes to route running, when it comes to continue to better myself with learning the first, second, third level of the run game, and continue to become an elite in that aspect, because I feel like
Yes, sir.
For me,
Yeah.
Even ball security, like little things like ball security. Like I think I had like 3 or 4 fumbles last year, and that's not good enough. The year before that, I had 0. So like, obviously, I have to do something better to better myself there.
When it comes to his fumbles, I would say one of them, maybe 2 of them is his fault. The other 2 are just great defensive plays that you just can't take away from him. I mean, you can't take away from that defense. People hit him. Somebody came in, punched the ball out. That's, you feel me?
Yeah, man. I mean, obviously, me and Tyler, we've done some cool things here. Tyler's one of my best friends, and he's my brother, and I'm very happy for him and what he's about to do in Arizona. I just saw him like last week, so like, me and him were like sad as heck. I was like, bro, you can still come back, man.
Hey, yo.
It's cool to see him, thrive somewhere and be the guy. I know he has worked super hard. He's one of the most selfless individuals I know. So, for him to go up there and make his
and then Bijan is from Arizona, so it's like he going to play for your whole town.
Me and Brian, we became close.
Boy, my lips be looking ashy as hell on this camera, but I don't like that.
Talking to him,
I don't like that.
Throughout our careers, but he's already ready to go. Like, we're already talking about what's to be expected, what we want to do, how we want to do it. Obviously, like, when you have another guy that can carry the load too, like, it always helps you out. That's why I appreciate Tyler so much, and how we just became that 1-2, and then now me and B-Rob becoming the 1-2. It's gonna be a pretty elite.
Yeah, Robinson and Robinson. We got Robinson and Robinson tires over here.
San Francisco last year.
Yeah.
You guys talked about it at all?
I mean, a little bit. Christian appreciated him as a teammate and as a man, so that's pretty much what he said to me. Like, you'll enjoy him as a teammate, so I'm really excited about it.
And then how does he complement what you do?
I mean, that dude, he brings a lot of power in his game. And me, I'm super versatile, and I'm not one to truck you all the time. And I'm trying to not get tackled. I'm trying to run away from you. But him, like, he brings, kind of similar to Tyler, like, when they're in the game, like, they just bring a presence, when they have the ball in their hands. Like,
And that's what we need.
we
need some.
You better be ready to break down, tackle, because if not, they'll run through you. They'll find a quarter. They'll run through your face. And even him, like, he has an explosion to his game. I know he has great feet, great balance, and
He is an Alabama running back after all.
Player,
And that's one thing them backs can do out of Alabama is get it did.
Make sure he becomes versatile all over the field, and I know he'll help me in that aspect of like trying to find quarters and lowering my shoulder, stuff like that. So, I think him having that aspect of his game, like he'll tire defenses, and then I'll go in, make sure the defense is on their heels, and then he'll go in and do the exact same thing. So I'm pretty excited to work with him.
Falcons are one of the busier teams in free agency. A lot of new bodies here in the building. What's that been like? What's the impact basically on the team to have so many new people? And I guess you mentioned Brian Robinson already. I was going to ask if there's anybody in particular you've bonded with at this point, new guys.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still trying to learn. A lot of the new guys. We went to dinner a couple days ago with the guys, and I think that was pretty cool. Just getting to meet everybody and getting to talk to everybody, chop it up. Like, the cool thing about it is everybody, like, they did a good job in bringing like really good dudes. They're all super good dudes. They all care. They all want the best for not just themselves, but for everybody in that room, for everybody that they're about to come in contact with. So, I know that they're really excited to be here. Right now, I'm just trying to help all the guys like find their way in their building. They're asking me like, "Yo, B, where's the calf?" And just like little stuff like that. So, just trying to get their feet wet a little bit, so they'll be as comfortable as possible.
Hey, that's being a leader right there. That's what I like to see.
Right now with contracts.
I'm gonna leave that one to my agent, man, and the guys upstairs, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Do you expect something this offseason? Do you want something this offseason?
I'm gonna leave it to them, man.
Hey, I like how he handled it. Hey, that's media trading. I'm gonna leave that to them.
I went on social media to kind of look at like what some people were saying, and I know there's obviously going to be negative stuff, but a couple of days passed, and they were like, I'm actually rocking with it. Like, they actually like them. But I love the red uniforms. I love the red numbers and the white uniforms.
I do too. That's one DT I do like.
But the red jerseys, man, like I've been asking for that for a minute, and now we got it. So it's pretty cool.
What's something different for you this offseason? I know you have been working out with Christian, but last year it was a Netflix thing. Like, is there anything that you did this offseason so far that you're happy about and you're excited about?
Yeah, I had some stuff cooking that you'll see. Not Netflix stuff, but I did some cool stuff this offseason that's gonna that you guys will see soon.
Let's go.
I think just when you do see it, let me know how it goes. Let me know how it goes.
You did take a trip. I mean, with Kyle. What's your relationship with him, and what was the highlight of that trip?
Yeah, I mean, me and Kyle, we're brothers, man. That's
like, I don't know why y'all asked that. That was dumb.
It was fun. Like, it was a marketing trip down in Italy, and we did some like cool stuff with the soccer team because I'm a soccer fan. So it was cool seeing that aspect of life out there for the soccer players, and just going to Como and seeing just a new area, a new place. Like, it was pretty
I
sick.
bet you was fire. Shoot, I want to go see. Yeah.
And, we did a collab with the France national team, and some of their like top players, which was really cool. And I think just the life that they live out there, man, and how they go about their business is pretty inspiring to see that. And maybe I can talk to our guys, and they're very organized there. They're very team oriented. So like even us doing stuff like that here will be pretty special.
Since you talked about
Okay.
I'm a Liverpool fan, but I'm starting to like other teams because I'm becoming like friends with other players. So it's like I got 3 friends on Real Madrid. Like, those are some of my homies and they're the biggest soccer team, and we're playing there. So like, I know I'm a bandwagon, but like, I think Real Madrid.
Nah, he funny.
Right,
Yes,
He
sir.
talked about leadership. He talked about as many ways, players can lead. With you coming to your 4th year, where do you see you fit in as far as leadership?
Yeah, I mean, I've always led by example on the field. Like, I've always been the guy that, players come and ask me like, how do you do this? Like, or what part of your game like do you focus on the most? And even just doing stuff on the field, they're like, bro, like, how can I get better at that? And how are you doing this? And I always just tell them. But for me, like my leadership aspect, I'm not a big rah guy. But I'll pull you to the side, and I'll make sure we talk about it. And I've definitely been like, I'll go out there and practice, And the defense probably hate me in practice because I'm always talking smack. Like,
Yeah, that's funny.
I'm just trying to get them riled up every practice. But then when you see me in the game, like, you don't hear a word out of my mouth. I just go out on the field, just do what I do, like just try to ball. But I think this year, like, I'll be more vocal when it comes to the offensive guys. I know a couple times last year I spoke in front of the offense when we were on those like little lulls throughout the season, just to try to get everybody back on track. So I'm gonna make sure that, you know, I gain everybody's respect first and foremost, especially the new
Great
guys,
young man.
and then make sure
Great
that,
young man.
you know, implement all the things that I've learned, you know, throughout this season for them.
Will you be involved in the World Cup in any way? Do you have any plans for like stuff that you might do around that?
World Cup.
Yeah, probably. I might do some stuff from that. I'll probably do some stuff for that. I've been talking to some of my marketing guy and stuff like that. You know, there's been opportunities, and especially down here because I think Spain's playing here. So, you know, I might be involved in some cool stuff there.
You were talking a minute ago about the playbook and some of the stuff you've seen out of it. When you sat down with Kevin, you have it all. It sounds like, what's the thing that you've taken away from those conversations with him, or things that he said? You know, this is what our plan is for you, or how we want to advance your game.
Yeah, I mean, you know, as a player, like, I love to be in space. Like, you put me in space. And,
of course, you love to be in space. We done seen all the ankles you done left in them spaces.
You know, I know when
in
I
small spaces too.
Or with guys, you know, that's I love being in that situation. So, you know, just always implementing, just putting me in space as much as possible, whether it's in the run game, in the pass game, and you know, it's only going to help the team. I only want to do it to help the team and make this offense explosive. So, you know, I know that the explosiveness is what we've been preaching, right, these past couple of days, these past weeks. So, you know, making sure that we do the best in that aspect is the biggest thing that we've been talking about.
When you say about trash talk, when you were a rookie, Grady Jarrett said you were a bad trash talker.
Oh, absolutely.
You couldn't talk trash. You were too nice of a guy.
Man, I ain't say a word.
That's
How has
funny.
it evolved? You know, obviously, with time you get more comfortable, but
Yeah.
where has it evolved as a trash talker, and how has it just helped you maybe feel more comfortable or confident in yourself and in your game?
Yeah, man. I mean, that's what it is. Like, my confidence has just grown so much the past 3 years, and
Dang.
you know, obviously as a rookie, you know, I had a lot on my plate, and I was trying to mess up nothing. So I was so focused on the playbook and stuff like that, and trying to just be the best player I could. You know, they would try to trash talk me, and I'll look at them and smile and just keep walking. But then in year two, like, then it changed a little bit. You know, I started getting more comfortable with the game. The game started slowing down, and you know, then I started to. I knew everything in the playbook. Like, I grasped everything. So then it gave me an opportunity to, you know, start talking a little trash, stop, you know, to the guys, and still focus on what I had to do. And then year three, like, yeah, everything changed. That's when I started becoming super confident, super comfortable with those guys, and they knew who I was at heart as a person. And then even this year, it's gonna be the same thing.
I know you. So you're always focusing on what you can do to get better. But did you ever take a chance this offseason, the past few months, and reflect on what you did, or even look back at what you did and see how special it was?
Yeah, I mean,
can't live in the past, though. That's
it
the
wasn't
thing.
good enough because, you know, we didn't accomplish the team goals. Like, individual goals are great, man. They're great for you as a player, but you know, for me, I'm such a team guy. You know,
Exactly.
I'm
You see that? You hear that? That's real.
That, you know,
team
that they can rely
chemistry.
on,
That's a real
as long as
team
I do
guy.
everything that I got to do.
Team
the right
player.
way. And you know, yeah, like, people always ask me, like, bro, like, you know, you're like the 12th highest all-purpose person in NFL history. I was like, cool, but you know, it wasn't good enough because, you know, we didn't accomplish what we wanted to accomplish.
We can go to the playoffs.
For me, like,
No, your coach
you know,
didn't
last year was
accomplish it
great.
because your coach did some goofy stuff.
I put that to the side, and you know, God blessed me to do some great things last year. But now it's time to, you know, focus on this season and, you know, what I can be even better at and how I can top that season, but make it an even better season in all aspects of what I'm trying to do.
You played with multiple quarterbacks every year you've been in the league.
Yeah.
You don't know who the starting quarterback is going to be
Yep.
this year. Two-parter, what's that like, playing with multiple quarterbacks? And then already being a teammate with Michael and Tua now being a teammate, what's it going to be like to watch them compete for the starting position?
Yeah, I mean, man, I hope, first of all, I hope they succeed. And in my whole career, man, like since my freshman year, like it's always been, I've had a quarterback competition every year in my freshman, sophomore, junior year, college, and then obviously my first year, obviously all my years here. So, I hope, Mike and Tua obviously become very close bros, close friends, close teammates, and I think the competition will help them become great players in themselves. And those are two great dudes. Like, I've already talked to Tua. Obviously, me and Mike, we're bros already, but even Tua is coming in here with an open mind, trying to get better, asking questions already. And I think when they get the offense,
what a good
down,
quarterback
they're
does.
trying to get the offense
Unlike
down.
another one comes in here, get to
When
talking
they
and
build that
snitching
confidence,
and get
then
you
it's
to
our
losing
part, me,
different
Drake,
things of your team.
John, Kyle, Charlie, like all the guys, to make sure that we're playmakers for them and to make them feel as comfortable as possible, no matter what the situation is, when it comes down to it. So, I want one of them to come in and to succeed with the offense and to be great, man. Like that's all I ask for those guys to do is just come in here and be great. Like, forget about what people have to say about you. Forget about what the media has to say about you. Like, you put your head down and you work as hard as you can, and everything else will take care of itself. So that's all I got to say about that.
I know it's been a short time, but have you noticed anything about Tua that you didn't know, that you were like, wow, I didn't know he was good, whether it was knowledge or just physical attributes or anything?
I mean, right now I'm still trying to learn him.
Yeah.
I know that he has that nice touch with the left hand. So, I'll see more throughout the weeks, and then I'll have a better answer for you. But
Hopefully he can help Mike get his nice touch with the left hand.
That's what I do know about what he's trying to do ever since he's been here.
All right, thanks, y'all.
Yeah.
Let's get it, man. That's it, man. Hey, make sure y'all tune in to Mr. White Network later on today, or make sure you tune in to Almighty Fresh Sports Talk today, and we'll be talking more about this with the crew. But until next time, stay blessed, stay fresh. Shalom.